good one. It's pretty grueling, but I can see why it's his favorite. It's a good pick.
Tough. I know that was hard for you. That was awesome. Pretty tough, man. Incredible.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Okay, cool. What's
How you
up?
doing?
Great.
Hi.
How are you?
Doing good.
Awesome.
So, do you want to introduce yourself a little bit, I guess?
Yeah, sure. So, I'm Liam Hanemann. I go to Marist School in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm a junior. I'm finishing up track season soon. I run track and cross country. Yeah.
Okay. So, if you want to say anything else before we get started, if not, I'll ask you a couple questions.
Let's just hop straight into it.
Okay. So, I always like to start from the beginning, asking why and when you started running.
Okay, yeah. So I started running because in eighth grade I got cut off the soccer team. This was right after 2020, like after the pandemic, and I wanted to play soccer really bad. But the school that I went at, their soccer team was really good, and I wasn't that good anyway. So I got cut, and my dad told me I had to do a sport. So I did track. And I did like the 100 and the 200. So it was good fun.
Okay. So, going into like that first ever track season, you were doing sprints, obviously. Like how were you like sprinting wise? Were you a talented sprinter or?
Not really. So I thought I was pretty good. Like when I was racing my friends and stuff, like I always thought I was pretty fast, but like I think I ran like 13.5 or like maybe even 14 seconds in the 100, which is like that's not bad, but like that's not great for a sprinter.
Mhm.
And so yeah, I knew that sprinting was not like my calling.
Okay. So, did you go to Marist freshman year then?
No, I went to Atlanta International School in Buckhead.
Okay.
I don't know. And so yeah, I went there my freshman year. Then I transferred to Marist my sophomore year.
Okay. So, when you were going into your freshman year, did you do cross country?
I did. Okay, so funny story. So when I was
Hmm.
doing cross country, my coach at the time at AIS, he really wanted me to race meets, but in my mind, I was like, okay, I'm just a track runner. Like, I don't need to be running
Hmm.
3 miles. Like, that's way too long. And so I refused to run cross country meets, even though I did the training. And eventually my coach made me do a race, and I ran like 21 minutes in the 5K, which is not bad at all, but like, comparatively to my peers who I'm running against now, like there's some guys who run under like 16 minutes their freshman year in
Hmm.
the 5K, which is pretty crazy.
Okay. So, when did you decide to like go all in with distance, I guess?
So yeah, probably like since eighth. Okay, so I think the turning point was my eighth grade year, right? I kind of started off like kind of like I wasn't great and I
Hmm.
was just having fun. And then I switched to the 800. My coach put me in the 800 instead of like the 200 and the 400, and I ran like 230, and like that was all right. But then like 2 months later, I ran like 208 and then 205, which was like pretty fast in middle school for the time. I mean, I know a lot of middle schoolers run really fast now, but like that was like I was like, okay, like I'm not bad at this. And so going into my freshman year, I really wanted to break two. And I knew like if I could do that, then like it would cement myself as like an elite runner. And I ended up
Hmm.
running like 157 at my state meet. And so like from that like moment on, like when you're getting told by your friends, your family, other runners that like you're pretty good at this, and like wow, you're running really fast for a freshman. And I was like the fastest freshman in Georgia at
Hmm.
the time, so that was a big deal for me. So yeah, I would say I went in probably ninth grade, like right after that state meet. I was like, okay, like this is my calling, I guess.
Okay. So, I did a little bit of research. Tell me if this is correct, but you were seated like first in the country as a freshman in the indoor season 2023 maybe?
Yeah,
Or
yeah. I was
yeah.
like, yes, I was like, it was like it's kind of a niche stat. I picked that stat, even though
Mhm.
I put that, I picked that stat because at the time it was like indoor season, like at like the first
Yeah.
like couple of weeks of indoor, and I ran like 204 or 206, something like that. And so I was the number one freshman at the time because
Mhm.
nobody ran. But in my mind, I was like, that's really cool because I'm the number one freshman. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I remember I had a cross country meet like the second day of school, and I ran like a low 11. It had me like seated first in the country, so I took a bunch of screenshots,
exactly. I
savor
did
the
the same
moment a
thing.
little bit. Yeah.
I did the same thing.
Okay. So now that you're a junior, how do you think your season's gone? Because I feel like you've always been fast, obviously, but I feel like you've really had a breakthrough year this year.
Yeah, for sure. So coming into my sophomore year, I had, I was running fast, but coming into this
Hmm.
year, I really wanted to cement myself amongst like one of the greats and like amongst like Georgia runners, and I just really wanted to be competitive, like going, like knowing that if I stepped into a race, like I have a shot of like placing really well. And I knew this year is really important for college and whatnot, and I had some time goals in my mind. Like I really wanted to run 409 in the 1600, which was like, that was like, it would be like an 11-second drop for me, which is like, it was like, it's tough, but I had faith
Yeah.
that I could do it. So yeah, you just gotta level up your game. Cause like my freshman year, I kind of thought that I was just gonna be good. Like, I don't know, like my
Hmm.
junior year, I was just gonna be like, the best in the country. Like it'd just be a given. And my sophomore year, when that didn't really happen, and I was like, why isn't it happening? Well, I feel like I just needed to just really dial in and focus so I could
Yeah.
just really have this year basically.
Okay. So how has your training been like this year? Like, has it been well? Like, how much mileage are you doing? And like,
Um, Yeah, so okay, so it's kind of confusing. So in Marist we have three coaches.
hmm.
So our coach for cross country is not our coach for track. We have two coaches for
Okay.
track. And so our mileage is like significantly like higher in cross. Like I say my mileage in cross was like 50 to like 55. And then like my mileage in track this year was like I think 40 to 50. So like oftentimes I would run like 42-mile
Hmm.
weeks. Sometimes like race weeks, like these past couple of weeks, I've been hitting like 31 miles. Like it just kind of depends.
Hmm.
And so like my training this year, honestly, like it wasn't anything like crazy. Like I don't really have crazy workouts or like I don't ever do anything in a workout that like I post on Strava and it's like insane. Like I kind of have like
Hmm.
very steady workouts, and our coach always says like if you stack good days and you consistently do the little things right and just have like a B plus type workout, then that's what makes like a runner really great. And so my training has just been like pretty similar to last year, to be honest. I've been running maybe a little bit faster, I admit, but not like crazy faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So is it nice having somebody like Tommy as a training partner? Obviously, he's been running super fast times, and like, how does that like? What's your mindset with him having him as a teammate?
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously Tommy and I are, we're really close friends.
Hmm.
We train together every single day. We go to school together every day. And Tommy, like, when I transferred to Marist, I transferred so I could have like a team. You know what I mean? Like that, or like
Yeah.
someone who also cared about running just as much as I did. And Tommy kind of showed me like my sophomore year, like he kind of showed me like what was possible and like kind of humbled me a little
Hmm.
bit. Like my freshman year, I thought I was good. My sophomore year, I realized like I'm not as good as I think I am because I have Tommy on our team. And but like Tommy running all these crazy times and going all these crazy meets, I'm like watching from the sideline. That like my sophomore year, I was like I'm gonna be in that race next year. Like I want to do what he's doing. Like
Hmm.
I want to be one of those guys that like they like a household Georgia name. You know what I mean? Like someone
Yeah.
you just know when you think of Georgia running, you think of Tommy Latham or
Uh-huh.
whoever. And I kind of want to be like one of those guys. So yeah, Tommy just showed me like what was possible and like to never really set a ceiling for myself. Like
Yeah.
um I remember my coming into my sophomore year, Tommy asked me like what my goals were for cross country, and I ran 21 minutes of the 5K last year, right? And so or like
Hmm.
the previous season, and so I said like if I broke 18, it'd be cool. But he was like, no, like there's no way, dude. You're gonna run like 16:30. Like I believe in you. I'm like, okay, man. Like that sounds great, but like I don't know if I can do that. And I ended up running like 16:08 or whatever, and I was like, that's crazy. Like, but yeah,
Yeah, that's crazy.
yeah, it's really
So
cool.
Pretty cool. So obviously, I think I told you going to Nike Outdoor Nationals.
Yeah.
So what are your goals going into that? And what event are you running?
So, I'm running the 800 and maybe the mile. Um, and so, like, in the 8, I recently ran, like, 152, which is, like, a big PR for me. And I really want to try to run 151. Like, I know it'd be crazy fast, but, like, I just,
Hmm.
like, I just want to go for it. And then I might be running the mile the next day. And in the mile, like, if I do run it, I just want to be competitive, and try to, like, finish up there. And if hopefully I can get into the top heat. But if not, then I'll try to win my heat. And hopefully, like, a fast time comes with that. But I've already ran pretty fast. I've hit my goals for the season.
Yeah.
So anything, like, if I run faster, it's just kind of like bonus. So,
Hmm.
well, we'll just see what happens. It's just gonna be cool to be out there at Hayward.
Okay. So obviously you ran 152 a couple days ago. How was that? 'Cause that's insanely fast.
Yeah. So yeah, that was really sweet. So like the 800, um, like it was kind of like my focus, I'd say, my
Hmm.
freshman year and even my sophomore year. And this year it just hasn't really like come together. I think I ran like 155 like 7 times or something like that. Like, and then just to have this race, I felt really good on the day. It's just one of those things where like it just kind of happened. And yeah, I mean, I'm really happy with it. Yeah, it was really cool.
Okay. So now kind of moving towards the future, do you have any colleges you have in mind?
I'm just, I'm trying to keep my options open. I know there's a
Hmm.
lot of good schools out there. I just hopefully find a school that's a good fit, both running wise and academically. Find somewhere that cares about where there's like a group of guys that care about running just as much as I do.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, just keeping my options open, just still looking.
Okay. So going into senior year, like what are your goals and like how do you think that would affect you being recruited versus like trying to reach out to other schools and stuff?
Yeah, for senior year, like yeah, it's kind of crazy to say I'm a senior. But I'd say like I just I want to run fast, maybe break some records and stuff. Like I
Hmm.
know we have a really good like strong group of guys, Tommy, Andrew, and myself. We run pretty fast miles together, and so like we go to Arcadia to run the 4 by mile, the 4 by 16, and so it'd be really cool to run like maybe another state record, something like that, or run really
Yeah.
fast. I just want to try to get into all these races. Like I want to try to get into Arcadia. I want to try to run a festival of miles.
Hmm.
Maybe if I'm running well, I might go to Brooks. Like just run against the top guys in the country.
Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of proving to myself that like I have what it takes to be up there with those guys that are like I've kind of watched from the sidelines and through Instagram or on YouTube, like
Hmm.
all these guys running crazy. Like maybe I can be in that race someday. So yeah, that'd be my goal for
Hmm.
senior year.
Yeah. It's kind of unlucky for you with like Will Sumner being like the 800 guy. Cause like no, in almost any other state, you could probably grab that 800 record. But since like Will was
Yeah,
like crazy fast,
yeah, I
it's
know.
just,
I don't. Yeah, I don't know if I can run a 146, but I'll certainly
mhm.
try. But yeah,
Yeah.
I know it's crazy. It was awful. I saw him run like the 800 at Wingfoot or whatever
Mhm.
here in like 149. It was really cool to see. Yeah, it's insane, and obviously he's
Mhm.
gone on to do great things, so it's cool. It's
Un
really cool to see. Yeah.
yeah. Okay. So going into college, like what are your goals like for like your end of your college and collegiate career?
Um, in college, I really want to be competitive and like
Hmm.
I really want to help whatever college I go to. I want to help the team win championships, win national titles. Like I want to be
Hmm.
not only like successful as an individual, but also like on the team aspect. Like really, hopefully find a team that I fit well into and I can run fast while still having fun. And yeah, obviously I want to run fast like individually. I want to win titles. I don't know what the future holds, but hopefully it's good.
Okay. So do you want to run professionally one day?
Um, Tommy and I talk about this a lot. So when I was in middle school and when I was younger, I always wanted to like run professionally. Like I have a
Hmm.
poster of of Jakob in my room. I have posters of like Ollie Hoare and all these other runners in my room, and but I don't know. I think if the opportunity presents itself, I wouldn't say no, but it would
Yeah.
have to align itself with like other circumstances. Like I know, like it would just depend. But if I get that
Okay.
opportunity, like I don't think I'd pass it up. I think
Yeah.
I would take it.
Okay. So moving a bit like away from, I guess like directly like you specifically running, more just like questions you could ask anyone. So I'll start by asking cross country or track. It'll be a bit more like rapid fire, I guess.
Ooh, okay, so I asked Joseph Hone this exact same question, my sophomore year or whatever, and
Uh-huh.
he said, and this is I agree with him. It's whatever I'm not doing. So in track, I'm always
Okay.
like, I just want to do cross country, and in cross country, I'm just like, I just want to do track. So I don't know. It's just kind of it's different. Each is like it's got its own vibe. Cross country, you can't beat the team aspect. It's just so sick.
Yeah.
But like in track, running fast and like breaking records and that is like it's awesome. Like so, I mean,
Hmm.
each has pros and cons to both of them, but so I can't really pick.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, that's really funny because he said the exact same thing on the podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. So are you more of a mileage or intensity guy?
Oh, I'm definitely more of an intensity guy. I actually did not do any mileage till my sophomore year.
Okay.
Like I trained like a sprinter my freshman year, but I didn't even know what mileage was. I remember my sophomore year coming into to Marist, I asked Tommy, like we were like sitting down at a running camp, and I was like, so like what's an easy run and like how fast should I do my easy runs? And Tommy told me to do my easy runs at like 7 flat, and at the time that was like way too fast for me. But I just thought you were supposed to do them at 7 flat, so I would like race every single run to make sure I'd run at 7 flat. But yeah, anyways, back to your question. We do so during track, we do pretty intense workouts. Like we do hard workouts, I'm not gonna lie, but and our volume is a lot lower. So I'd say I'm definitely an intensity over volume.
Okay. So what if you could be sponsored by one brand, what would it be?
Ooh. I think it would either be Nike or OnCloud. Um,
Hmm.
I love Nike shoes. Obviously I love Dragonflies. I race in Dragonflies. I race in the Victories as well for the 8. But I feel like OnCloud is just so cool. Like they got really cool gear. I love
Yeah.
the OnCloud team. I have a poster of Ollie Hoare right above me wearing the OnCloud kit. It's just super cool. So I don't know. Either one of those brands. If they're listening, they want to hit me up, please, by any means. I would love
NIL
that.
deal.
Please, I would love that.
Okay. Ingebrigtsen or Kerr or
Ingebrigtsen or
third
Kurt?
party.
Oh, Jakob every single day. I have a Jakob poster in my room. Like
That's a good
he's just the
man.
goat. I watched the Jakob. I've been watching. I watched like when I was in 8th grade. Even my sophomore year, Tommy and I
Hmm.
would like talk about the Ingebrigtsen show like every single day. Like
Yeah.
I just watched that show. I think I've watched every episode probably like 4 times. Like it's crazy. Like and before every big race, like I'm like rewatching those videos and like
Yeah.
so yeah, Jakob. Like Kurt's good, obviously, but like
Hmm.
Jakob's just been the goat. Like basically my whole running career.
Yeah. I watch his YouTube channel Norwegian all the time because I have no idea what they're saying, but it's still pretty fun to watch.
Same, exactly. I watched it in Norwegian as well, but it's awesome.
Hmm. So, how do you feel about Jakob's like training methods? Like, do you think double threshold training is like, have you tried it all? Or like, what's your opinion on that?
So I haven't done double threshold, but we do a lot of threshold stuff. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
We do like a lot. Actually, I had a workout today. It was like it's not like we did like 7 by 800 at CV, which is like a little faster than threshold.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, like I think it works. Tommy's tried the lactate stuff, like the lactate testing, but I think it's just like it's hard to pull off unless you have like a team.
Hmm.
But I mean, I think like it's worth it. I watched like a YouTube video about like if you can like increase your mileage to where or increase your threshold work to where it's like
Yeah.
20% total mileage, then like you can increase your VO2 max like exponentially. So
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I guess it works.
Yeah, I think it'd be really cool to try.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you obviously went to Atlanta International School, as you said. So where were you coming from? Like, I
So
guess.
yes, so international school. Marist is the first school that is not an international school. So I used to live in Hong Kong for
Okay.
12 years. And my mom's actually French as well, so I speak French. And I used to speak Mandarin as well. But yeah, so that's why I went to an international school.
Okay. So I've been to Atlanta International School. How would you guys train? Like, there's nowhere to run, I feel like.
So yeah, so I did 0 mileage. Like I
Uh-huh.
didn't do okay, I didn't like believe in running I didn't believe in like easy runs because like it was like slow and I thought it would kill my speed. That's literally what I thought. And so I would do like 300 repeats and like 150s and like 100. Like I would just I'd
Hmm.
run like basically all out every single time. Um yeah, that's basically all I did. And I would do a lot of weight training. And like I would do like 50s and like 120s and like just like, a lot of short stuff. Like sometimes I
Yeah.
would I think like the longest I would go sometimes I would do like 3 by 800. Um
Hmm.
and I never really timed anything, like which is kind of weird to think about, but like I would just like run. Like I would just go out there and run.
Hmm.
Like my coach would just tell me to run and I would just do it. So
Yeah. Okay. So, in your opinion, who is the greatest American distance runner of all time?
ooh, greatest American distance runner of all time. Um, maybe okay. So it's either Prefontaine or
Okay.
I say Centro. I say Centro. I
Really?
think yeah, he's my goat. I love Centro. Coach McMurray and Tommy always tell me that I run like Centro. I don't.
Mhm.
I guess maybe, but yeah, he's just so fast. He has this one video on YouTube that's like it's so sick. He's doing like a broken 2 mile and like 300s or something, and
Mhm.
it's just cool. Obviously, he won the Olympic gold, but I just
Yeah.
think like he can run fast. He can close really hard. Like he's got the look. Like he's got everything. I just feel like he's
Mhm.
the goat in my eyes.
I think I have Galen Rupp as the GOAT. I feel like his legacy, just like consistently being in the Olympic Games and consistently being competitive.
Yeah, I love Tommy. That's Tommy's favorite runner actually. So Tommy and I talk about
Mhm.
Galen
I
and
think he actually
O'Hara.
asked me that question when I interviewed Tommy. He asked me, like, I asked him if he had any questions for me, and he said he asked the question I just asked you. So
Oh
I've
really?
been thinking about that lately. Yeah.
Yeah. Tommy's a big Galen Rupp fan.
Hmm.
I wasn't really around. I didn't even really I didn't start running till like 2021. So like by
Yeah.
that time Galen Rupp kind of like already passed. So I didn't really like know anything about him.
Yeah, that's how I was, but I'm a big nerd, so I'll
Yeah.
like go back to videos that have awful quality from like 2000. I'll watch like Jim Ryan running or something like something dumb like that. So it's pretty fun though.
That's awesome.
Would you consider yourself a running nerd in a sense? Like, would you say
Um,
that's you're pretty obsessive over it?
yeah, I definitely I'm not gonna lie,
Mhm.
I watch a ton of running YouTube. Especially when I was like younger, like in eighth grade, I would just I was literally during the summer I had nothing to do and
Mhm.
not all I care about. Like I care about school and stuff like that, but I care a lot about running, and so I would just I was what is it that these kids do that I'm not doing that makes them run so fast? And I just love watching races and
Mhm.
interviews, podcasts, anything about running. Like I watch. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. So since in your like, how do you feel about like running shoes? Like, what's your like idea? Like, how many trainers do you think you should have? Do you think you should have a super shoe, spike? Like, what's your opinion on that?
So okay, so my personal shoe rotation, I run in
Hmm.
Asics. I run in the Gel Nemesis. I've tried other shoes, but I've actually the Gel Nemesis was the first shoe that I ran in when I started running, and I've literally never switched. I tried running in some other shoes, but it hurt my feet. My feet are really sensitive for some reason. Um,
Same.
so I like Asics. I like it because it's really comfy. I train in super shoes for like my aerobic workouts to train in Vaporflies. I just feel like the recovery that you get is it's nothing
Yeah.
like it, and you get to run fast. It's awesome. It is kind of expensive though, but
Uh-huh.
I race in. I also train in super shoes. I have my spikes. Like I have another pair of Dragonflies that I ran in last season. That I train in.
Okay.
I tried doing like a shoe rotation because I saw like in cross country like it would
Yeah.
like try to prevent injury or whatnot. But I
Hmm.
just like kind of gave up on it. But I switched my shoes like about every like 400 miles, something like that. But I keep it on Strava, so I kind of know. And like
Yeah.
I can kind of feel it in my legs when I'm running. If like my knees are hurting or like my shin's hurting more than usual, like it's probably time to switch shoes.
Okay. So since you said you like have more sensitive feet, do you think the Dragonfly have enough cushion? Because I feel like every time I've worn them, they've hurt my feet, and that actually caused me
Really?
like wearing super shoes for most of my races for a couple seasons.
So yeah, I okay. So the Dragonfly is for in my opinion, it's like it's comfortable, like it's super comfortable. That's
Uh,
why I don't. I used to race in like Nike, like the really I raced in a Nike shoe. It was like a sprinting shoe, and it didn't have any cushion or anything, and that would hurt my feet really bad. But the Dragonfly, like it's just cushiony, like for me, anyways. So
yeah.
I mean, and recently I saw Jakob do the Dragonflies with no shoe with no socks, so
Oh,
I might try that out. So
that's
we'll
what I
see.
thought. I've been trying it out lately, trying to.
Yeah,
You
I
know, he
got
said that's the difference between a professional and a non. So
exactly. So I guess we got to try it out.
yeah, I wear the on cloud spike because it feels so nice. It feels like if you put a couple of like spikes on the bottom of a Vaporfly. It's just so nice with the cushion.
That's I gotta try those. I know a lot of guys prefer those to the Dragonflies, like more and
Hmm.
more. Like I'm not gonna lie, like probably like yeah, I've seen a lot of people wearing those on clouds. The only problem is I would get them, but they're kind of expensive and they sell it so
Yeah.
fast.
Hmm. I usually don't do workouts. I usually do workouts either in super shoes or flats. So I don't really wear them unless it's racing. So that's pretty nice and saves them for a while. So yeah.
Yeah, cool,
Okay.
awesome.
So, oh wait, I just had one more question. I was thinking. Um, oh yeah. What is your training gonna look like this summer?
So after I'm training right now for Nike Outdoor Nationals, right? And
Yeah.
after I finish that, I take a 10-day break. And then I start training for cross country and like I just build up my mileage, slowly. We're going on a trip, me and my teammates, to Utah and Colorado to
Okay.
train, at altitude. So that's always a blast. Um, yeah, I'm just slowly building up mileage, like maybe run a couple workouts. But yeah, nothing too crazy.
Okay. So as things are obviously building up, like this is kind of switching it up again, but in the pro field, obviously tensions are building up going into the Olympics, especially in the 1500. Who do you think is like the most underrated athlete that has a chance of winning?
Okay, I think Ollie Hoare is the most underrated athlete ever,
Okay.
or like right now. Like I know he's like he's kind of not been performing, but I think it's because he was hurt. But
Yeah.
he was just like he's just been like so good. Like in the past, I remember like
Hmm.
he was so good, and like I feel like he's gonna do something crazy. If he can get in shape. I know he ran like 3:31:15 like a couple days
Yeah.
ago. So like if he can run like 3:28 or 3:27, like he'll be
Hmm.
up there for sure.
I'm not gonna lie, I would love to see Jake Whiteman win. I'm a big
Oh
Jake
yeah.
Whiteman fan.
I'm a big Jay Winer fan as well. I watch his YouTube videos and he seems like a real cool
Yeah.
guy.
Okay. So I guess I'll ask you this final question. At the end of your running career completely, like what is like three things that you want to achieve?
Ooh, that's hard. I'm not gonna lie, I really want to break 4 in the mile. That would be
Hmm.
up there on one of my goals. Um, I want to say I want to try to make the Olympic trials. If not make the team. That would be another one of my goals. And to just knowing that if I at the end of my running career I've like given it all, in like my all and I'm like satisfied with my
Hmm.
effort into it because I don't want to quit knowing that I could have given it a little bit more. So
Yeah.
yeah, hopefully I'll give it all I got and if it turns out great, that'd be awesome. If not, then whatever.
Okay. So I don't have any more questions for you. Actually, this is kind of a random question, but I've been texting with a couple guys like the Blahas and Joseph Hone, and I was wondering, and I would want to hear your opinion on this too. do you guys think it would be like a good idea to like start doing like workout videos, like Sweat Elite, for instance, or All Access Track? And if so, would Maris be a good Tommy and you obviously? Would that be a good video?
Yeah, that would be awesome. That would be super
Mm-hmm.
sweet. If you can set that up, that'd be awesome. I love Track All Access and Sweat Elite.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that would be so sick. I know if I was like, if I was younger and like if someone posted like a Joseph Hone or like a Blaha's workout
Uh-huh.
video, then I would be all over that. Not to sound like a fanboy, but like
It's
I would have
okay.
enjoyed I would have
Yeah,
enjoyed that.
I'm a bit of a fanboy with all of them.
That's awesome. That's cool.
Okay, so I don't have any more questions for you, but if you have any for me, you can ask them. If not,
Um,
can.
are you writing? Are you in high school? Are you high school or middle school?
So I'm in middle school. I have my final middle school meet, New Balance Nationals, in I think it's June 14th, and then I'll be a freshman in high school.
Awesome, dude. Well, good luck with that.
Thank you. Good
What are you
luck for
rating?
you. The 32.
32.
I
Awesome. Sweet.
I don't have much speed.
That's okay. That's all right. I was gonna run the 32 at nationals, like at Nike.
Hmm.
But like I don't know. I want to run a fast 8, but yeah, the 32 is such a tough race. I don't know how you do it. It's hard.
Well, I can't run the 800 to save my life, so.
It's all right. Cool. Well, thank you for having
Okay.
me.
See you, man. Have a good rest of
All
your
right.
night and good luck at
Cool. You
nationals.
too. Thank you so much.
You're
See ya.
welcome.